So this guy, he was a he was an obstetrician in the I think the 50s in the UK, and he was delivering babies. He was using anesthesia, and he didn't like it because it suppressed breathing in the babies, and he wanted to get away from it somehow. And so somehow he decided he was going to try hypnosis. So he tries hypnotic pain relief, and it works, and he's delivering babies. And one day, and his colleagues are kind of making fun of him because it's a unusual approach. And one day they say, "Well, you think hypnosis is so good? Here, try this." And they give him a patient. He's a young teenager who's got I forget what the exact name of the syndrome is, but it's something ichthyosis. It's really just his arms, the skin is just black and cracking. It's just a terrible skin disease, right? So he says, I don't know. All right, I'll try it. And he gives him so he puts him under. He gives him a hypnotic suggestion that one of the arms is going to clear up one. And then there's a nice paper that you can see where it's got the photograph of him afterwards. And guess what, right? And so from then on, he says, oh, I see. So we can actually use the interface of the patient's nervous system to go from this high level verbal sort of suggestive interface down to the molecular whatever cues it's needed for these cells to normalize and new skin cells to appear and whatever. So he goes and he has several decades of success in hypnodermatology, treating all kinds of diseases and so on. And then he quits. And the reason he quits, and this was to me the most interesting part of the talk, the reason he quits is because he noticed the following: that his patients, their skin disease, their skin issues would clear up, but they would acquire other problems. So they would start smoking, they would start to be mean to their spouse, something else would happen. And he eventually became a psychoanalyst and a therapist because he hopped two levels. He went from the cellular signaling of skin up to that kind of interface, all the way up to where he then thought, after watching these patients, and sort of he felt that it was like pushing the pile under the rug, right? You sort of smash it down one place, you've got the buy-in of the cells, and so they're going to normalize, but you haven't got the buy-in of the entire organism. And for whatever complicated, and I'm not an expert in any of this, so I'm just sort of telling you what he said, for whatever complicated sort of holistic reason, it's going to pop up somewhere else.